episode of...
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, God, that was very annoying. Let's do it again. Welcome back again to another episode of Oh, Right, yeah. I think this is our 40th episode, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, oh, sorry. I forgot about the guest. Who do we have here? Our very own James Kavanagh the first.
Hello. Happy 40th.
Yeah, happy
This is a
40th
big deal.
to you. I know you're 40. How have you been the last 40 years?
I'm 37 for those listening.
And
today's my birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank
Happy birthday,
you.
babes. Happy birthday.
Birthday.
You look fab.
You got me a stripper. I see
Yeah,
in the
Shane-
corner.
Shane over
Thank
there.
you so much. I'm excited for after this.
Do you want to explain
Loving the
what's going
Buffalo
on?
Bill.
Are we being filmed?
Yes.
Okay. I am on the way. I'm on the way to a wedding. I thought when the TV goes off, we're not being filmed. I'm on the way to a wedding, and my skin needs a lot of work. It's not great. It's like it melts like plastic onto your skin. It's a deep sea kelp mask.
Okay.
Who does them?
It's Bio Nessa from Brian Thomas. It's like a Korean skincare brand. It's really
yeah. Oh, I've
good.
heard
Oh,
about
cool.
this.
I'm not normally like this. It's just of a wedding. I need good skin.
You are normally like this
well, I
as
am
well,
actually. But you can't take the mask off until it goes. Do you see the way some
Yeah,
of it's
gone
working?
clear, yeah. Not really, to be honest. And every time you laugh, it goes quiet. It's all Joker smile. Why so serious?
So when all the white, creamy, jizzy vibes are gone, it's worked.
Okay.
And whose
So-
jizz is it under the mask?
It's
A Korean guy's.
It's basically Poseidon's because
Wow,
it's
okay,
it's
awesome.
of the sea. It's
Jizz
of the
mask.
sea. Jizz mask.
Jizz mask, Brian Thomas.
So
Big up.
when this is gone, my skin will be gorgeous, which will probably be the end of the episode, so we can do
Yeah.
a reveal.
we can do it.
Oh,
Do you
wow.
want to take your glasses
Oh,
off?
yeah, I'll take the glasses off.
Okay.
No, don't put them
my
back.
God.
No. No, thanks.
Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth.
I went into on the way here. I went into a garage and TJ O'Mahony's
Oh, you're
with the face
so
mask on.
shameless.
But then I was like, I have to, because I need like 2 hours with it on before I get. So I had to. But I went into the garage and I was like, this will make me look better. And then I went into the garage and like it was like this kind of, which is better.
Oh, the
Oh,
glasses.
the
Oh, is
glasses,
it?
Yeah, no, it's very scary.
Kind of
Shane, which
lost.
do you prefer?
Yeah, the glasses on way better.
No, you can leave the
Is it
glasses
better
off
for
for
you?
the
What's better
podcast.
for
Okay,
you, James?
sorry.
It is your birthday after all.
Yes, it is my birthday. I'm 37.
Yeah. And?
And what?
For your
I just asked you,
30th.
what's better for you, the sunglasses?
Oh,
or
no,
not?
whatever you would like.
When was it your 30th that we
We
had?
can connect with the eyes.
I was your torch bearer for your 30th, was it?
Yes. So, no, that was my
31st,
27th birthday.
27th birthday.
Yeah.
Cute.
So when I was 21, you're all geared up to have your 21st birthday, and
Yeah.
in my family it was actually a big deal. My sister had a big 21st, big function room, big GA hall. My
her.
brother had a big thing,
Yeah.
and then we were all gearing up to mine, and I climbed a 3-story house. I was seeing a guy called Daniel at the time. He's the one that got away. Still fancy Daniel.
William might be listening to this.
I tell William all the time. You have the one that got away in
I
your
do,
life. You
I do.
always do.
I have the one that got away.
Oh, wait, you
Same.
have her?
Yeah,
She's
same.
mine.
But she didn't get away.
Yeah,
She
but
did. She got away for
caught-
7.
She got away once.
7
Same with
tried.
Fergal.
No, she didn't try. We weren't allowed to have that relationship, so
Okay.
followed it.
Oh.
7
Anyway,
years later.
continue with Daniel.
So I was 20 and I went back to this house on Harrington Street, and it was one of those big red brick houses with
Yeah.
the three floors or whatever. And this it really speaks to my selfishness that I just have in me, don't I, Laura? I do have a bit of selfishness.
You're
But
a
I love
self-carer. You prioritise self-care.
Clearly.
So gay.
So I brought this guy back that I found in the smoking area of a club night called See You Next Tuesday. Do you remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
pod.
Yeah.
In the
Remember it,
pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
great
yeah.
place. And brought him back anyway. And we went up to, we were smooching, and we went up to the attic. And I had one cigarette left, one of my Marlboro, and you know, back then they're
They were,
expensive.
yeah.
You know,
Pennies, yeah.
And he smoked, and I didn't want to share it. So he was like, "I'm going to go to the bathroom." So I knew it would take him 3 floors to get to the bathroom. So that's
Yeah.
enough time to have a cigarette, and I can selfishly have that one cigarette. So I open up the Velux window that's in like the sloping roof, and I'm like, the moon was out. I'm feeling a bit Lana Del Rey. I'm like, I want to have a gorgeous moment. I'm happy with
Such
my
classic James.
You
Like,
know,
it's not
so
even.
I sit out on the Velux window like this, and I'm like, "Ugh."
Legs out over onto the roof.
Swinging
Yeah.
in the backyard, you know, having a lovely moment. And And then next of all, I start slipping. I'm slipping down the roof. And I remember thinking... Hammered.
Yeah.
And I remember my friend who owned the house, she did a spiked watermelon. So we all were like eating this watermelon.
You get the pockets of pure vodka. Yeah.
So I was belugas. And then I'm swinging in the back. No, I'm sliding off the roof. And I distinctly remember taking my last drag and being like, this is it. I remember letting go to life.
Taking your last drag.
Yeah. No, I'll need to
Get quickly. Okay, now I can go.
I was like, this is it, it's over. And I went, I turned over and I grabbed the gutter. And it was a Victorian big gutter. And I grabbed the gutter and that went... swinging off the side of the house, and then I fell.
It's like
and
a horror movie moment.
Oh, horror movie moment. And I fell, and
I can't believe this is real.
It's real. I smashed into the granite windowsill of one of the floors on the way down, and this is key. So that kind of minutely slowed me down, and then I fell backwards into a sort of bush, but on concrete. Okay. And so my when I fell through the window, someone saw a body just go. Yeah. So the girl who saw it came outside, and I'm like this, pretzeled in a heap, blood everywhere. She faints. Okay.
Because of your blood.
Because of the sight of me. No, faints. Okay. And then someone sees her in the kitchen in the doorway, fainted, and like kind of coming to. I was like, oh God, call Bella, who owned the house, call her an ambulance. Yeah. So the ambulance came for Bella, and when they were taking her and monitoring, seeing if she was okay, they noticed a heap in the bush, and they were like, oh God. So they took me out on a stretcher.
An afterthought.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that detail.
Yes.
So lasting damage.
God.
So I was brought to the hospital, and I have screws all here. I broke my eyebrow bone. My
God. I thought it was your nose. Your nose is a different thing.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
We'll do that at the end of the episode when I take my face mask off. But the doctor was like, off the record, the reason you... not just didn't walk away with a broken spine or whatever, but the reason you survived was because you were so intoxicated
that your body
that I
was loose.
felt like a rag doll.
So get balubas, kids.
So get as drunk as you can on nights out, just in case you fall off a roof. No, but that's what
mental,
happens.
isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You survived a 3-story fall.
Yes, I do think I've 9 lives in a way, don't I? I'm always
you
falling
do,
off.
And you are
things.
definitely a cat.
Are you clumsy by nature?
Do you know what?
No,
I'm
he's
really not. I'm very Spider-Man agile. Like
Shockingly good at sports.
I'm
Really?
bizarrely good at sports.
Embarrassingly good at sports.
Fencing. Hello. I was on the Leinster.
He likes his sword fighting.
Adding to
I don't like mentioning
adding to the
this.
gay list there.
I don't like mentioning that I was a fencer, don't I not? It's like, you know, those saps who went in secondary school, they're like, oh, we won the Leinster Cup final, and they never let it go. I never let my fencing go. No. So I'm quite agile, I'm nifty on my toes.
You're like a cat.
I'm not, I quite like a cat.
You like climbing out things, but the story was actually going, so you didn't get your 21st.
Yes.
Because you were in hospital.
Because I was in hospital first.
In your face.
And my lower back and legs didn't work for maybe 3 weeks. I was on crutches for 3 weeks.
My God.
Yeah. And also another really scary thing, when all of these bones shattered, and one of them was a millimetre away from bursting my eyeball because they shattered so much. Yeah, I'll show you the photo afterwards. Maybe flash it up on screen. I'll send it to you.
Oh my God.
Discretion advised. But yeah, I was absolutely in bits. Absolutely in bits.
So you didn't get your 21st.
So I didn't get my 21st. So that leads me on to this. Because I always felt an itch that I didn't scratch for my birthday. So my 27th rolled around, and I decided I'm gonna have a party. I can't wait till my 30th.
It was modest affair.
I had I hired 4 assets models. They were 2 of them were Calvin Klein models, and they carried me in on a kind of I used to know the name for it.
I can't remember
it's
what
what
called
Cleopatra was like,
Yeah.
you know, those, what are they
Board
called?
things.
I think they're called
like
beds. Like
no, it's like a bassinet.
simple.
There's a weird name,
No,
like a
no,
bassinet or
I was
something.
There's a glam name.
I was about to say commode. That's for something else. Carried me in on a commode. Just pooping.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
So you were carried in, and you also needed
A torchbearer. So I wanted to kind of,
Cute.
one of my
You dressed in a toga.
yeah.
yeah.
No, wait, with the
No, just toga. Toga with
I
torch.
kind of it basically basically a Temu version of Madonna's entrance to the Super Bowl. Do you remember she was carried in as Cleopatra? So Laura, and she did a great job. We all went to the Westbury first, got hammered.
And then you prepared all of this.
I'm on my throne with the assets models, and I goes, Laura, just like go, and she went for it. In fact, try and edit this. She was going for it.
All down around doing like Britney, and
it's so good.
It was very, very funny.
And she was in a blue flowing kind of gown.
And your mum
thing.
walked in because Kyle then was trying to fix the toga on me because it kept coming open onto my gaping arse, and he was trying to fix it. And your mum walked in on me and him getting like toga fixed. And I was like, "No, it's okay. I'm straight. He's gay. Don't panic." But we've known each other for 11 years now.
Oh my God.
I know, a whole Lewin basically. And extra.
Cute.
Yeah,
That's
because
insane.
like, so between myself and James and our other best friend, and the three of us have a friendship together called FFL, which is like Friends for Life. It goes way back to when we first met in PR.
Yeah.
So we first met in Think House, and
Oh yeah, tell me more about this.
yeah, so we first met in Think House. The two of you and Anne were kind of friends, and myself and Anne and James then became friends.
How did you slide into their friendship?
Well, to give you a bit of background for why I got into Think House, I
Laura, did you?
Sorry.
What? Did you say?
Fingered Laura. No, I fingered Laura in a later
Oh my
date.
God.
But anyway, that's what we mean.
Just poking.
Her.
Stop it. My brother's in the room.
Does he have a boner? No.
No, that went away quite fast.
So I didn't do great in secondary school, okay? I got enough points at the time to do basket weaving on the Aran Islands or jam making. Like, I remember those were the two courses.
Jam making. So cute.
But as someone who did the Ballymaloe course, which was 15 grand,
Yeah.
I wish I did jam making or basket weaving.
So cute.
But I was obsessed with Ab Fab. Okay, I loved that, and I loved Samantha Jones, and they did PR, and I didn't really know what it was. I just knew it was girls at entrances with clipboards, and I was like, I want to be a girl with an entrance with a clipboard.
So you literally had no concept of the detail
None,
of the job.
And I'd like to
Just
say,
because you
nor
had-
did I. Nor did I when I was
Really?
hired. The first week I was like, we work with brands. I had no idea what we did.
No, and I went through because I didn't get enough points in the Leaving Cert. I went. I shouldn't say this. I cheated a little bit in my Leaving Cert, and
I'm telling
I
you.
still,
You heard it here first, folks.
That's not exclusive. I still got ridiculously bad points, and my friend was like, "Are you clean cheated? You should have got." No, not even cheating. I wasn't good. I was good at the extracurricular stuff in school, but when so I went the back way. I did a PLC course, and then I went into Think House and got hired, and I worked there for a little while, and then Laura came into my life. But I remember on the first day of Think House, I was Googling how to write press release, and up came this. I remember it was a Paddy Power press release, and I had to write it for Forever 21, this thing. So I was like, copying the
pasting,
formats, but I think I lied in the interview and was like, "Oh yeah, I know all about PR," but no, I didn't. And so you were, we wing it.
We wing it, yeah. And I mean, to be fair, Jane McDade is really good at spotting talent and honing it.
Creative jobs or personality-driven jobs are completely winging it.
Think House is
even in
massively
the
personality-driven,
the department, I'd say your colleagues that are higher up than you would tell you to wing it.
Yeah.
Even when we're talking to Maya about what
totally.
she did, she got it into production in exactly the same way.
Yeah.
She had no.
No, I
clue.
mean, like Jane McDade was very good. It was very personality based, as in like what did you have already, and then how could you learn that? But we kind of trauma bonded because it was a bit of a deep end for me, and I was 29, James. So you're 4 years younger than me, and Anne 7 years younger than me.
What was I, 23 or something?
Yeah, you were young. And so we just made friends over the fact that we were all broke, all working in PR, and all just a bit mad.
What you were doing.
Just a bit mad.
And honestly, there was a survey done, and this is true, the most stressful jobs in the world, and PR was number 4 or
I'm
something.
not surprised.
Now, it's a stress the industry puts on itself.
Yeah.
It's not firefighting or... but for some reason, the stress people feel in agencies, you go grey, you go mental. So it was is a really stressful environment.
It's very, I mean, it's like the higher respect you have for your clients, the harder pressure you're going to feel as a team, you know. But no, it was, I mean, it was brilliant. So we knew each other in then when we were young guns. In between then there was like my crisis pregnancy, my nervous breakdown, my various hospital, the fingering, there was like various relationships back and forth. There was bereavements, there was new pregnancies, new weddings. Like, so we're still waiting on your wedding though. When the fuck are you getting married?
40. I'm going to get married.
Yeah. Are you?
Where's my card?
I
40.
need my save the date because like that's 3 years away. I need to get an outfit prepped.
See, we're in the midst of a renovation at the moment, and I literally just got off the phone with my builder there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this there's another thing that's going to cost." So we're so broke.
Is it still?
We're going to be fine, but I'm smashed now. But I'm it's a good smashed because I have a nice house and I'm going to be moving into a nice house. But the wedding thing won't happen for another few years.
Yeah, you need to wait.
I need to save, and I don't want to do a half-arsed one. Like I want to do a stunning wedding.
You either do a really quiet, minimal, nothing, or a massive. Like you can't do a kind of a half-arsed.
No.
What would you do?
Do you know what the thing about it is though? It's I want so many people there.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the thing.
I know it's a bit of a toss.
But I don't want like an Adair Manor or like a a black tie thing. My dream is to have like a big rambling country manor with gorgeous medieval tents and stuff everywhere. And I actually I went to a wedding once and it was one of my favourite weddings. They had, instead of the dinner, everyone arrived at like 12 and there was a huge buffet lunch.
That's such a cool idea.
Excellent food, not just lasagna. Everything was just amazing. It actually was lasagna, but I mean everything was elevated. So and everyone queued up and everyone was laughing and there was loads of and so everyone sat on these long tables, had their lunch, and it was party time.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it.
I think the worst is waiting till 8 p.m. for your dinner.
I know,
and then you want to fall asleep.
Yeah, totally.
So eat early.
I was nearly asleep at my wedding. You got very jealous at my wedding because I changed my wedding gown with another guy, Albert Huey. We swapped clothes, and you came out. You were like, "Why did no one think of me?"
Because you wouldn't let me get into your wedding dress.
You were going around my veil.
You beast. No, you know that thing from Pig. It's Real Housewives.
Oh,
She's like, don't talk about my husband.
You but listen.
But Laura, I asked you early on, could I get into your wedding dress? And you said, absolutely not.
Yeah, but
and then somebody else was wearing the fucking thing.
Turn my back and a man is in her wedding dress.
A man, as opposed to you.
A little lady boy.
A little girl. Sexy. But you're like, over our friendship in the last 11 years, you went from being, PR girl, broke, to now being who you are now, which is mad because I've had a front row seat for all of it. And like I've had people go, "Oh, you're James Kavanagh's friend," like, which is bizarre. I'm like,
did you know he's gay?
Yeah, did you know he's gay?
Did you know he's gay? Could you tell?
He's actually gay. So take us a little bit through, just if you can, whistle stop tour about going from. So it was Snapchat originally, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I got on Snapchat because everyone was on Snapchat at the time, and to be honest, it was kind of an app that was mainly for sending sexy pics in my friend group, in my slutty gay friend group.
Kind of like a downgraded version of Grindr or something.
Not Grindr, but more so to send dirty pics because they disappeared.
Oh,
so that's,
okay.
That's kind of all I knew it of. It was like, here, what's our snap? And you'd be tits and dicks flying. And there was no there was no trail, Throw a tit, throw a testicle. Yeah. So but then I was like, I noticed a couple of other people were like vlogging with it, and I was like, oh, I'd love to give that a go. So I started scaring William. That was like the only thing I did. I was creep behind, and William, as someone, and Laura will attest, I love scaring people.
Does he go 10% gay or 100%
yes.
gay?
Yeah, 100%.
On the scare.
Yeah.
Love that.
Because William, I would consider slightly more masked than me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But but then it's.
Yeah, the foot comes off.
The foot comes off, the bra comes off. But so he scares beautifully.
Oh,
so
class.
I remember one day having 200 followers, all my friends, and then it went 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 within a month. It was just like 50,000.
Oh my God.
So I was like, oh my God. And then I was working in PR at the time as I was doing this, and then I started to just also just share my life generally. And then people became very interested in that, and they were like, oh, your dad's gas, I love your cat, I love your house, where'd you get that thing? So I just became a sort of lifestyle vlogger on the back of it.
Yeah.
And then I remember Cadbury were the first brand that ever approached me, and they were like, "Hey, we'll give you €800 if you talk about these chocolate bars." I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" Yeah. So it's stuff like that started to happen, and gradually the brand offers started to match my wage. Wow. And because I was in PR, there were some brands I had to say no to because we looked after their competitor.
Oh, so conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest. Yeah. So I was like, hang on, I kind of need to free myself of this to be able to do more brand work and stuff like that. And through that, at the time, myself and William were building a food company called Currabini, and we were sharing recipes online.
I just can't take it seriously. The mask, it's flapping.
I'm just like I'm looking at this piece here.
This piece is going to be flapping. It's like it's on the way.
I'm like locked in. I'm not even listening. I'm locked in.
Go on, take it off. I can't take it seriously.
You better gasp at my beauty.
Whoa.
Oh, it's
so
such a relief
dewy.
to talk to you. Oh, it's so
my God,
that is actually
amazing.
stunning.
Juicy,
That's actually
gorgeous.
stunning.
Okay.
That is actually stunning. And a little hairbrush. I know.
Hairbrush.
That is actually stunning. So go on. So you're
Oh
famous,
my God,
basically.
so good.
It's good.
Yeah,
Yes,
you look
very
gorgeous.
good.
Thank you.
Your hair looks very done. Have you been dyeing your
Not
hair?
at all. No.
Eyes.
No, thanks. So anyway, we were setting up this food brand at the time, sharing recipes online, and it just worked perfectly. I'm someone who, I don't have 5-year plans. I don't have 10-year plans. I have nothing. I feel like a salmon going downstream, not going upstream. I'm just banging into opportunities. That's kind of genuinely how I feel my life has panned out. And it's great, and I'm really feel like someone's guiding me in a weird way. So that just weirdly went together.
It was very fortuitous.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then Penguin came knocking and they were like, we'd love you to do a cookbook.
Oh my God, amazing.
Off the back of that, we did loads of brand collaborations. So that wouldn't have happened if I didn't have the Snapchat thing. And there was just all these things that happened.
I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit here, though, James. Like, you mean... You're kind of saying, oh, you know, you just kind of banged along into things. Like, you do have you have a good taste, you have a good eye, you have got you're clever about these things. So you knew that Penguin approaching you for a cookbook, that's a good for your brand. Then you developed the Currabini brand. Then you developed the Currabini, and you knew that, like, moving down to Kilkenny was a really difficult decision, and it was nearly one that you knew that building your lifestyle and okay, let's get something now while this is here. Like, you are shrewd, and you're not just a big accident. You know what I mean? I don't think it's fair to say you're funny and you're talented.
I don't think you bumped into these things.
No.
I think, are you spiritual in any way? Do you think that there's an energy that has driven you? Do you think that, there is a path set or no?
I was going to say, like, I'm not, maybe I'm a little bit woo-woo when it comes to, like, star signs and I don't work under ladders, but then I'm not very religious and all this kind of thing. Yeah. But I kind of weirdly do feel like I am being guided or something, not to be weird about it, but like, it just, I feel really lucky with how my life has panned out. There's been, you know, as anyone's life, ups and downs and stuff, but I feel like I'm really on a good path. And
major low points?
Major low point. Well, I maybe age 25 to 27, I had violent anxiety. Came out of nowhere. And nothing I could link it to either, which was the most frustrating bit, because you know, if there's someone who they've lost a couple of people, or they went through an illness, or they lost their job, or my life was going great. Nothing. And then all of a sudden I had agoraphobia.
Because you have a really supportive family in that regard.
Oh,
and you get on great with them and everything. So there wasn't like childhood trauma lurking in the background at all.
No,
because you were out.
You were living in a pressure cooker, though.
Yeah, it was. I guess it was like you know, I had left. Maybe you know, when it's hindsight, maybe because I'd left my job, I was in this weird job that had no real
security
or scaffolding around it. It was like you're done if you're cancelled, and you could, you know, maybe that's why. But I ended up having, I think, agoraphobia. I went outside. Anytime I'd go outside, I'd last about 10 minutes and I'd have to walk back. I remember like getting off the Lewis like one stop after Phibsborough because I couldn't, and I had to walk back. I was having vicious panic attacks at home and spurred on by nothing.
No, I know.
Do you know what I mean? And it was so frustrating. So anyway, I'm on SSRIs now, 5 years or something like that.
I thought you went off them.
No, I'm trying to. I'm experimenting with going off them. So I'm on them 5 years.
And is there a difference in a day if you don't take them?
Well, I started off 2015. I'm now 10. I'm experimenting with like taking it every other day because while I'm extremely happy and content and all that sort of stuff, I lack apathy, is that it?
Yeah.
Or I'm apathetic.
You are apathetic, yeah.
I kind
from
of
the
just
SSRIs,
do,
yeah.
maybe from the SSRIs, because the SSRIs, not to shit on them or whatever, but they do kind of bring you down.
Yeah.
They numb you to make you cope with life, because
Yes.
that's the whole thing. You have to be able to
yeah.
not be on the loose and have a panic attack. And that's exactly what they did for me, which was amazing. But I kind of feel like I'm on them 5 years now. My life is in a more secure place than it was back then. Maybe I can experiment coming off them, because I don't really do anything beyond the things I have to do for work. Whereas I used to be very, I want to do a project. I want to do this. I don't really do anything.
I want to do the Alright Yeah podcast.
I find like I went from SSRIs to SSNIs, I think it is, and I found the difference between the apathy when I was on Lexapro, it was to like, it was very numbed, to now the venlafaxine. I obviously have done loads in the last 6 months, so I find that. But what I find very interesting about you as a friend is you're so open, like you can talk about anything, but I didn't know about any of that anxiety until maybe a year or two after, which is because I had Lewin, so I was in Lewin land at that point, you know. But then we only talked about it since then. So like James has a kind of a, there's something kind of aloof about you as a friend. Like you're so open, but then you're very sort of self-sufficient. Like you were talking to me about stuff about William at the time, but not about yourself. Do you know what I mean? And I find like there's something there, and I don't know what it is.
That's so true, actually.
Do you think that's a personal thing, or do you think it's a deflection?
I don't like to talk about negative things really when it comes to, now I've been locked and I end up being like, oh my God. But generally you know the way they say, if something's wrong with a cat, they'll kind of discreetly go behind the couch and die.
You are a cat.
I'm kind of like that. I and maybe it's because in my deep mind, if you say something, it puts power to it or something. I don't know.
I was only literally just talking to Shane about this in the car on the way down. It's like this kind of, also if you kind of give out about something or give oxygen to it, you're admitting to it and you're kind of letting it bog you down.
But we can all tell in bitter people, like I've had an experience with someone just recently. Bitter people always like, they project, whether it's judgment or they project negative energy. And it's because they want to get it out of themselves, but the only way to do it is put it onto someone else. You know what I mean? And if you don't have that and you don't allow that, it's a really amazing way to approach life.
There's probably something you could, if I talked to a therapist, which I've never have.
Have you never gone to therapy?
No, never. I know, I probably should. But and then that's another maybe linked to it. I feel like I don't want to dig up anything.
Well, I know. And I kind of,
Yeah.
I understand, like if I could have not dug into anything in my past, I would have continued sailing on. Like if it ain't broke, don't touch it. But I was broke, do you know what I mean? So I didn't need to.
I feel very good now.
Like, yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to poke the bear, or even though I don't, like, I sound more dramatic than I've no childhood trauma. I was badly bullied for being gay.
Yeah.
But I've nothing really that bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, like, I've heard you talk about it before as well, but the seemingly dispersal of that bullying as well, you handled it really well. And I just want to go back to the titration of the SSRI. Do you think that you'll be well aware if something creeps back in because you've been so long on it now? Do you think you'll meet the James that you're scared of?
Yeah, and
is that an apprehension, or would that be affecting the decision to go off them?
Yeah. And I've gone away before and forgot my SSRIs, and you start getting these called brain zaps, and it's like they're worse than the panic attack.
They're
nearly.
Worse.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a fever. It's like having a fever. That's
yeah,
what I like
it is.
It too.
Yeah, you're like electric. You're
electric
shocked
shocks,
or whatever out of nowhere. So I'm trying to manage that by I'm weaning myself off them basically.
But it's the way to do it. It takes a long time.
Yeah, but I also feel more armoured now than I was 5 years ago. I've more tools, and actually when I was going on the SSRIs, I used to call Laura all the time, like to help me out of panic attacks and stuff. And also I started doing little things like this. It sounds silly, but like I'd have a shower when I was a panic attack was bubbling, and I'd physically imagine like grime on me, and the shower and the grime was the anxiety or the panic, and I imagined it going down the drain and the shower was washing it off, and that's weirdly
so cool. But that's like CBT, like that's you
just
actually
about to say,
you're
literally teaching yourself
those tools. That's amazing, James.
And then I'd get out of the shower and it would be gone,
and you'd
I
call
imagined
me,
visualize it going down the drain.
But you wouldn't call me saying I'm having a panic. You'd call me and be like, oh, all these things have happened, and like just vent, so I wouldn't judge, and I'd be like, oh yeah, whatever, like that's hilarious, you know, and we could laugh about it or whatever. But it is mad that you've lived so much of your life now in the public eye, and you are kind of like, you're one of the original influencers of Ireland. I would 100% say, because I shared this recently, that when we were in Think House together, so whatever, 11 or 12 years ago now, Jane McDade leaned over the balcony to the founder and owner of Think House, and she shouted to all of us, it's not KOFs anymore, KOLs, KOFs, key opinion formers or key opinion leaders, yeah. It's influencers. Oh, okay, we have to call them influencers now. So that was the moment of it. Yeah. And that was when then James went on Snapchat and you know, and it was such a, like, I always say I'd love to write a play or a book based on when myself and James and our friend Anne meet up every few months, whether there's a baby or there's a bereavement or there's a new relationship or a wedding. It's like our lives have just had this really crazy arc in the last 11 years. It's
very sitcom.
It is very sitcom. You were telling me once you were having an art, like, I think this is about when your fame was just coming to the head, and like it was you were having an argument with William and a bus of girls went past. What was that?
That's happened a few times actually. We were actually what I can think of is you're being we were outside Loretto on the green on Stephen's Green, and me and William were having a blistering row, and we do have these rows. But what's beautiful about our relationship is after the row, 5 minutes later, we're like, what we have for dinner? Like, we get over rows very quickly. But anyway, in the heat of it, there's, same. Once I threw a candelabra in his direction, not at him, but in his direction. To just, you know, for drama. I know. And you know what? The candelabra, it was in my house in just off Cork Street, and the walls were made of paper. The candelabra stuck in the wall.
Oh,
like,
cool.
My God. It's kind of cool.
Masterpiece.
He threw a remote at me. I don't want people ringing the RSPCA or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, or the other, whatever the couple one is.
Meow.
But anyway, we were... There's two cats here having a row. But we were around, back when I started Snapchat, it was kind of teenage girls that followed me. So anytime I go back to school or to be screams, very Harry style, I felt very Harry style. But me and William were having this argument on Stephen's Screen, and then I was like, and the next of all, this group of like girls were like,
like Beatles screams.
And then we both just kind of have to switch and be like, and then can we do pictures? And we're all getting pictures and hating each other, but like smiling. So
the candelabra is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was kind of fab.
I was living down in Ring, and there was a guy I lived with who was like buttoned down, kind of very like standard country guy, you know, very sheltered. And I was there, and I was down with two gay couples, one female, one male, and I had left, and the men had started having a fight, and this is his recounting of the incident.
The gay lads fighting.
Sure, listen, one of them had thrown a vodka bottle over at the other guy and it smashed in the wall, and the other two were making out on the couch. Where I'm from, a cow calving out a season is abnormal. And the other two were right in the corner. Okay, so what's in the books for you now? This is now, so this week you've got all together now? Yeah,
so myself and William are at the Theatre of Food on the Friday, which is the 31st, I think, and at 5 p.m, and we're doing basically it's called Renovation Roller Coaster. It's us doing our live podcast, but to kind of themed around the ups and downs of the renovation, what we've learned, what we wish we didn't do, what we wish we could do.
Good lessons in it, I'd say.
Great lessons. So if you're going to All Together now, come and find us. 5 o'clock.
Is there going to be a candelabra in the wall in every room?
We'll be throwing candelabras at the audience. Yeah.
Will you be able to tune in and listen to that after?
Yeah, we're going to record it.
Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
and
for the simpler life.
For the simpler life. Yeah. The simpler life with James and William.
Yes, and if any freak doesn't follow you and wants to follow you, you are
onlyfans.com/James Kavanagh.
Yeah.
Foot pics.
Yeah.
Oh, and quickly your nose. What happened to your nose?
Here we go. Can you see?
So James, if you press his nose, it's basically flat like Voldemort.
Would you like to press it?
No, thanks.
Okay. So when I was a baby, my parents, I was like one. My parents noted chunks of my mattress gone. They're like, "What? Is there a mouse in the room?" So I had been ripping off the mattress and shoving it up my nose for about like a couple of months, right? So my parents then noticed a rotting smell coming from my skull. The mattress was rotting in my skull. So they took me to the doctor.
You were literally only one.
I was a little baby, and they took me to the doctor, and the doctor got like a tweezer thing and pulled out. My mum was like, it was like an exorcism, pulling out my nose, all this rotting thing. And so, but it ended up putting my septum in a C shape. So
Oh
I
my
I could
God.
never breathe up one nostril until Gotubban. I was 18 and
All
I
of
got
a Gotubban.
I got a nose job. Not for
Wow.
aesthetics, but
Yeah.
there's
To make your nose work.
there's no septum, so I can
No, you
just
can
do that.
breathe, you're free
But
breathing.
I did get a punch when I was 22 or something off a
Yeah.
homophobe, and it just bounced back out.
That's
So it's
fucking shows
Lucky
everything,
you.
isn't it?
No bruises whatsoever.
yeah.
Great.
Okay, well, listen, thank you so much for coming down.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you,
happy birthday, happy
James.
40th.
Thank you.
Happy
37,
40th.
37. Love you. Mwah.
So much. Do your